In November 2023, I last appeared on this channel with a market review. I reported that for the first time since 2021, we see strength in the altcoin market, including Bitcoin. A lot of time has passed since November 2nd. Bitcoin has presently grown by 22%. Many altcoins soared to a plus 60%. Many coins even doubled in this issue. I'll tell you what to expect from the cryptocurrency market next. I'll make the most crucial assumption about the estimated time when this happens and what the risks are now. To begin with, I want to draw your attention to the fact that when communicating with traders, with students, who ask the question, Artem, but everyone is now waiting for the moon, Bitcoins are 150,000 each, the market always goes against the crowd. I'm right now. The next point, for those who don't read comments, who never write them, take a look at the comments under the video from November 2nd. Everything was clear. It was already apparent that the market has power. Those who didn't see it, they watched the video and were convinced. Nevertheless, you will all be trapped. We are heading to the bottom. I am opening a row of comments calling the rebound a bull market ready to fall, a bait for hamsters and so on. You can open it, read it and make sure for yourself. I don't see a single person who would be waiting for Bitcoins to be worth $150,000. Everyone is waiting for 5,000, 3,000. Exactly at such moments as now, the market is turning, soaring. Everyone is waiting here at the bottom, 150,000. Everyone is waiting somewhere closer to the bottom. At the moment, there is no hint that the crowd is in trouble. I receive messages on Instagram consistently once or even several times a week about how Artyom, I got caught in a bull market. I lost a lot of money on this growth. What do you advise me to do? I encounter this all the time, so that the crowd earns a lot of money. Not at all. But at this moment, Bitcoin is beyond 1,000 moving average on the daily time frame. At this moment, altcoins are at their low. Some coins, like Solana, the ascending triangle has already doubled. A very bullish hold is in place at the upper part of this pump, which signals a high probability of it continuing. The other coins that don't look as strong as Solana also shot upwards. Some rolled back, of course, but they shot upwards.
Просто супер бычий сетап. Биткоин Cash улетел наверх давным-давно и не скатился. Обратно не...
Bitcoin Cash soared a long time ago and hasn't fallen back. It's at the top edge of this pump. I always tell everyone on the channel that the higher a coin's value after a pump, the greater the probability of seeing a new round of this pump in the near future. Bitcoin Cash is classed as extremely bullish. Coins that were the most bearish like Dash, Golden Crosses, now the moving average and the 200-day moving average will cross from bottom to top. Sliding out of all the trends, these downtrends have reversed. The bottom has been drawn, the bottom level was breached and a retest was conducted and it bounced back. That is a super bullish setup. These are setups like for Dash now, for more, for most of the market for more and for more coins. Haven't taken off yet, but these setups are drawing coin arcs. It looks like the setup has already taken off, also bullish, standing at the upper border of the pump. Here's the same setup for DOT. Pay attention. It even shows these golden bullish intersections better. There was also an additional downward wedge, which was knocked upwards. I've noticed that the level was at 5.8, 5.9, upon surpassing which a vertical takeoff would start. EOS, this massive wedge has not yet passed, has not yet taken off, but the bottom, like the rest of the market, it has gone above the moving averages. Now golden crosses will happen from bottom to top as they cross each other's moving average. 50 is already above 100. The price is already above 200. It's at the resistance. After the first touch, they didn't fall down much. At least then they came up again. Now at the resistance, a method called compressing. The more often we approach resistance, the higher the probability of breaking through it and moving towards this breakout. Look, it's also exactly the same pattern, but significantly higher than the moving averages, the golden cross of 5200. Soon the 100-200 will cross. A descending wedge. Exit from the wedge. It stands confidently. A bullish setup. The link just flew into space. Litecoin. Exactly the same setup. But below its moving averages. At least for now. It almost didn't reach 200. They bounced. But have fallen down quite sharply. But we bought this business and are maintaining it at a good level. Mizgo is a similar step, but firstly it took off sharply, fell back sharply, the volatility is high, it's clear here, but it stands above key levels in the same way. The throne is growing under the line. Stellar took off long ago. Like Bitcoin Cash, it looks a bit worse than Bitcoin Cash. I wouldn't pay much attention to Stellar. The method, the mega setup, is simply drawing such an ascending triangle in a flat, similar to what Solana has. She has already worked it out. Similar to what Ethereum has. Here the potential when exiting this triangle is at least 70%, and Ripple drew the bottom. Here is such a volatile coin. Nevertheless, the bottom is drawn. Here is the level. Here it is. We are above it. We went a little lower several times, but gained a foothold below the 1000th moving. But so far it looks good, but it is clear that the market, if it goes up the same Ripple, will overcome this 1000th by sliding. It will also draw golden intersections. Everything will be fine. It will also fly along with the market. Verge flew into space, gave a lot of X's there, 570%. Fell back after that, of course. People took profits, but did not fall to the bottom, is holding at key levels. I actively looked at turnaround moments in the market. When there was a pullback behind this coin, as soon as it surpasses this level, you can take short positions, but pay attention, even under 200. When the coin enters a bearish absorption, at this level, they buy back. There are no huge volumes. Don't sell out too much, but there's a surge in volumes. But once, twice, pay attention. There is potential in the market. As soon as it approaches resistance, it suddenly starts buying back. Twice it was not enough. Well, even probably 3 times. Well, this is a slightly different setup. Yes, 2 times in this flat there was not enough buyer volume to exit from the bottom up and continue the same pump. But the longer we stand here, the more attempts the market makes to break through resistance. The market keeps growing, and the faster it grows, the higher it will go. Witness how bullish the market is right now. Please be attentive. If you suddenly failed to make money in this rally, bear in mind the trend line is breached. It stands above the moving averages, similar setup as most of the other coins, but this one is particularly good. The coins have just reached the rock bottom. They've not even taken off yet. All the potential is yet to be realized. Here's a couple more coins. Have a look. Similar setups with sharp hikes and sharp exits, for instance. Ethereum, a triangle they haven't come out of. The Solana is already somewhere near Ethereum, boasting a potential of 100, maybe 150%. Generally, the market is extremely bullish. I can't see the crowd waiting for some kind of hidden gem. Instead, they are waiting for the return to the bottom, shorting and actively losing money on this rise. There's no big hype yet. When the whole crowd starts watching, soon there will be the opportunity to multiply the investment up to 15 times. Hence, the market is still uncrowded, right? Many coins have already exploded, some missed it. I didn't have much time for the channel. Instead, I was busy trading this time and already made a handsome profit. I've partly closed my mortgages and will continue to make money on this growth. As you see, Bitcoin has soared higher. I mentioned at the beginning about the 1000th moving average. There were doubts here due to the formation of this rising wedge. I've identified 2 levels, 1 level, 2 levels. I identified them on a smaller time frame, showing the hourly one, based on which I was planning to make open trades inside this wedge. I went long after the upper level was breached. That was the priority idea. Should there have been a downward exit from this wedge, I would have shorted from the mark of 3,670, and it would have been excellent, the perfect moment for a 10% correction. But even that didn't happen. Even such instances are closed with a vertical liftoff, and these are the first signals. Well, they are probably not the first ones, but rather here are the initial signals. But the first indications were there, indicating a strong upward force. I failed to notice them. Here were the second indications. Once I noticed them, I started trading long. It turned out great. This is the third indication now, the third signal that we are indeed dealing with a transition to a bullish phase. Isn't that right?
Да, биткоин улетел, последние дни альта стоит. По большей части некоторые монеты тоже пошли, да, но по
Some altcoins have not risen in tandem with Bitcoin. Now, those who made a profit off Bitcoin will take their profits in the coming days and invest that into altcoins.
не будет фиксировать.
This will cause the altcoins to surge even higher. We anticipate an uptick in the price, and given that it's December now, we expect to see a considerable increase in percentage growth during the pre-New Year December rally.
До конца года я думаю, что мы еще значительный процент роста увидим на декабрьском.
Usually, the market behaves like this.
Как правило, всегда подобное.
Moreover, I'll show you the S&P and the American market.
Покажу S&P, американский рынок.
It's very positive, practically reaching a historical high. I'd like to remind you that Bitcoin still has room to grow before it reaches its historical high.
Максимум еще расти и расти.
This potentially means a twofold increase.
Два.
And maybe there's an 80% chance this Santa Claus rally might not bring a doubling in value, but definitely some interest.
Принесет нам, ну, может быть, не иксы, да, конечно, но хорошие проценты. К слову,
I've switched from Binance to Bybit.
с Binance на
If you did not see my video about this on my channel, you can watch it. Binance is exiting Russia, and even though I don't live in Russia, I have to move from Binance to another platform because I verified using a Russian passport.
верификацию проходил по
Like many other traders, I had to search for another exchange.
другие трейдеры, я искал
The best option for a trader when shifting funds away from Binance is Bybit.
трейдера при переводе.
This is because it's a top-ranked exchange and the commission rates are just the same as Binance.
Там комиссии точно такие же, как
For some pairs, the rates are even lower. Bybit offers the same or even lower commission rate.
то есть комиссии
Although the liquidity is slightly lesser, it's the maximum amongst all other alternatives.
среди других альтернатив
On Bybit, a trader can earn maximum profits.
максимально много.
And the best part about this exchange, something I hadn't mentioned in my review, is they give you a free $100 as a bonus on your first deposit.
Что при первом депозите вам вручат $100 бесплатно в подарок. Просто так вы можете получить такой бонус.
You just need to make a deposit of at least $3,000 and achieve a trading volume of $6,000 by buying and selling once to easily claim your $100 in the gift bonuses section.
В разделе
You can find it in your profile, as I showed earlier. If anyone can't find it, look at the review of this exchange. It showed where it is.
показывал, где это находится.
Therefore, anyone can claim $100 for registration. If you have a large balance there, up to $250,000, you can claim more substantial bonuses, including $30,000 if you make a significant deposit and trade a large volume. Especially with leverage, it's not a problem to trade it. You can also claim $800 or $8,000 if your balance is more than $3,000 but less than $250,000.
Больше 3000, поменьше, чем 250 тысяч долларов. Ссылка внизу.
Register using the link below, use it, make money on this bull run.
На этом бычьем ралли.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow my other social networks like Telegram, Instagram, where I appear more frequently and give more content. Good luck.